What's up, guys? I'm back. The channel has kind of shifted into some different content lately. I'm sorry about that. Don't get scared, okay? Don't freak out. What today I'm going to show you is something that I keep looking this up on YouTube, like best grinding locations for whether it be orbs, currency, gold, just experience in general, or new gear. And it's always like these cheesy ass like 25-minute videos where they're just like BSing you the entire time, and it's actually not a realistic thing you can do. This is a realistic thing you can do, okay? And I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the before and after results, and I'm going to show you what I got. After just over a little hour, I think I did this today, and I recorded it and sped it up, so you'll probably see that in the background as gameplay. But if you want to stick around after I show you the before and after and how to get there and all that cool stuff, I'd really appreciate it. I'm just going to be talking about, changes I would like to see with Path of Exile 2 in the future. So this is what I was looking at before. Around 170. It was actually lower than this because I didn't even think to open my inventory until about like 10 to 15 minutes in recording. So this is 10 to 15 minutes into it. So we'll just say it was around 160k when I started, okay? I didn't have anything else in my inventory, nothing else was there. And after just like an hour and 20 maybe minutes, this is what it looked like. As you can see, I've got a lot of shit. 5 exalted orbs, a bunch of augmentation. In my opinion, that's not a bad haul, and then 70k gold on top of that. To me, this method has been the best, and I've tried this run with increased item rarity modifiers on gear and on my rings and an amulet. I've tried it with it and with it off, and pretty much the only difference I can really see, and this is going to be something I talk about later, but the only difference I see when you're wearing item rarity gear and you're not is the amount of uniques that spawn. In this screenshot, I only have one unique, and that's a pair of boots. I'll show it off later. But I only have one in this picture, but I actually got 4. I sold the other 3 for like some exalted orbs. The exalted orbs are not that I got from that trade are not in this picture, by the way. Not in this picture, by the way. And some of the stuff actually that you're seeing on screen, some of the loot that I got, is actually from disenchanting too. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let me show you how to get there. This place is called the Dreadnought. Okay, you unlock it in Act 2. I really recommend you grind the shit out of this as soon as you get into this area, and I'm going to show you how I grind it. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to do this. So some people might be thinking, why are you doing that? Everybody knows that. Well, some people might not know, so just calm down, okay? We're going to show everybody here. We're going to show everybody how wonderful this is. So we're in Act 2, see? The Dreadnought is up here, top right. If you're in Act 2 Cruel mode, it's down here on the bottom left. There we go, called the Dreadnought. And there's actually 2 parts to this zone. I guess you would call it 2 zones, but for the sake of the video, I'll just come to this one right here. And I have and I suggest you get into this habit if you're going to be grinding, just for grinding. If you control click a checkpoint, a waypoint, it opens up a new instance, and I'll show you how this comes in handy. So what I do is I go to the Dreadnought, and you pretty much just play this through. Play this through until the end. And when you get to the end, you'll get to a new section of the Dreadnought called like the Vanguard Dreadnought. Honestly, I should know that, but I don't for some reason. I'm kind of blanking. Look at that, 228 gold right off the rip. Right off the rip. And this is what I do. This is the riveting gameplay. I put on a YouTube video on the second monitor and just go through this. I think total there's like 6 or 7 chests or something like that throughout the whole thing. What's cool about this, and I think how this is able to get you so much currency, gear, loot, or gold, whatever, I think the reason is because just the density of enemies in this area. If you kind of like run ahead a little bit, like I'm doing right here, like you kind of just run ahead a little bit, get some behind you, turn around, and then you knock them all out. You say see ya. That's how I do it. That's pretty much how I do every little section of this this zone. These will spawn. I'm very happy this spawned because it kind of like reinforces my point. I've also seen a lot of rare enemies spawn on this zone. They're actually insanely frequent. I want to say the most I've seen on the dreadnought, rare monsters like the yellow barred ones, I think the most I've seen is about 6. And that's not including the boss. I mean, yes, there is a boss at the end of this that you can keep replaying. But let me show you what I do. Oh my god, get off of me. So I don't want to sit here for the next 10 minutes showing you this playthrough. So I'll just kind of like pretend like we've sped it up. So once you play through that, and then you play through the other one, you actually don't need to beat the boss. You can kind of just go back and restart from the beginning if you want. Or what I do sometimes, I'll even restart right here, just from the Vanguard. So let's say you beat the Vanguard, you went through this whole zone in like 5 minutes, right? I'm pretty sure the refresh on zones is 15. So what you can do, like I said earlier, control click, new instance, resets the whole thing. Even the rare monsters, they're all reset. So now you can run through this whole thing over again, and just over and over and over and over, and that's how you get the good stuff. Okay, that's how you get the good stuff. I'll show you this charm right now that I was using. The only thing I was using really for most of that run was used when you kill a rare or unique enemy. And it's a 20% increased rarity of items found. It's a charm. It's only got 2 uses, so what I would do is I would like, when I noticed the charges were empty, just go back to town, refill it at the well, go back. But yeah, like I said, like this is probably the best method I've seen so far, and I think it would really, really help people, especially people who have been saying that the game's too hard. You know, like this is what you have to do. This is what the in between moments look like for the people who's really good. So that's a loot run. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. It's really good. I think you should check it out. If you're having trouble getting past the Act 1 boss, I mean, my only advice is you to keep going. You know, you got the dreadnought to look forward to. So if you've made it this far into the video, I want to say thank you, and I just want to talk real quick about some of the changes I want to see. Even though we did get a lot of orbs from that run in like an hour and 20 minutes today, I do think that the drop rate is still a little bit scarce in terms of currency, specifically in terms of exalted orbs. I feel like I never really see exalted orbs if I'm not grinding, like out in the real world, you know, like in zones where the enemies are a little bit more spread out. You never really see that many exalted orbs, and I mean that's kind of like the main. That's like the dollar. That's like the main currency when it comes to trading, right? Like that's the what's the word? It's pretty much like the dollar bill, you know, if that makes any sense. Everything is almost everything is priced in exalted orbs, and I really think it would make the community stronger, way stronger. If I mean I don't want 20 exalted runs per dreadnought run, you know, but I think maybe seeing 2, you know, maybe a chance of 4 per dreadnought run. I mean that the one run takes anywhere between, you know, 10 to 15 minutes. I don't think asking for 2 to 4 is a big deal, really. You know, I think that grinding in this game should be rewarded, because that's mostly what I've been doing if I'm not playing maps, you know. And I mean, to be honest, maps is a little bit of a grind too, but that's a whole nother video. But I mean, that still is a gripe that I have with the game, is I think the drop rate, because I don't know if you know this, but you know, the recent patch, I think it was the most recent one, or the one before that anyway, they decreased the price, especially for high level players. They decreased the price of respeccing your character, which big W. I'm really shocked and amazed that there's a video game company out here that's actually giving a shit and making changes that the community wants to see. Dude, it blows my freaking mind that they actually care and they're actually listening. It almost feels like grinding your games is one of those studios that, you know, they see an angry person on Reddit and their first response isn't like, oh my, like we have to respond back to this with like a snarky ass chat GPT response, you know, like a corporate response. No, you know what they do? They say thank you for your feedback, and then they take it to the workshop, and then they figure out how to make it better. Okay? I mean, this game does really feel community driven. It's pretty nuts. I'm getting off topic though, but anyway, I don't know why the amount of gold I've been receiving lately, it seems like the drop rates are a little bit more on that. I don't know why. That's really why I wanted to make this video, is because people complain a lot about not having a lot of gold I know the last quote unquote farm got patched with the giant bug, and you like respawning at checkpoint and then killing him over and over and over. And I actually never got the chance to do that, to experience that. So I just kind of went back to Old Faithful, the old dreadnought. And for dude, I don't know if I'm like looking in the wrong places, but I mean, on Reddit, on the internet, on YouTube, I can't find anybody, maybe like one or two videos of people who are talking about this farm location, the dreadnought, because it's been the best for me so far. I mean, I got in like the regular difficulty, after I beat that Act 2 boss, I farmed the dreadnought until my XP bar was not moving at all. And I blew through Act 3. It's not because I wasn't taking my time. I was just OP. And I think that this location is how I've been able to get to the point where I'm at now, where, I'm running through tier 4 and 5 maps. And if you're going to say, oh, that's it? Yeah, that's it. I haven't been able to find anything other than 5, unfortunately. But, yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope to do more content like this on PoE 2. What I'm hoping to do is more live streams. I really miss live streaming. So expect a few of those this coming week, maybe even this weekend, who knows. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you know of any more locations or anything I missed maybe about the location, just let me know. All right, thanks guys. See ya.